Hello. Basically, I'm showing you a tutorial on how to make um, animation for an object show if you don't already know. I hope this is helpful for some people, and if you always want me to make a part 2, I will, just not like 80 parts because I don't want to spoil the episode. Basically, this is part of episode 7, and yeah. Also, I did make a lot of progress on the episode. The reason it says only 900 frames down here is because I split the episode into 2 parts, animation-wise. The actual episode that comes out won't be in 2 parts, it'll be in 1 part. But just to make things easier and less laggy, I decided to put it in 2 parts. So, this is part 2, technically. So, yeah, only 40 seconds in, but not really. Anyways, so this scene is on the beach for the challenge, which I'm not going to say because I don't want to spoil it, but it's on the beach. And we have this team here. And the next few lines I'll animate, maybe like the next 1 or 2 or 3 lines, basically. Except this third line is kind of long. So basically, Mappin talks first. How are we supposed to know that? So how are we supposed to know that? And then the next line is a little long by play button. And then... Now you sound like paper towel. How does this thing even work? Didn't it get a virus? Okay, so yeah, and then he says before that, according to buildingboats101.com. I feel like I'm swearing a lot. So she basically talks and he basically like an argument, you know. So this is how we're gonna animate it. So Mappin's in the air right now on the beach, obviously, but she's in the sky because she can fly. So we go back, we go to assets and backgrounds. This is the beach, but we could just choose a sky or something with clouds. I've been using this cloud combination for the backgrounds. So you just paste that in. Then add image, and I'll be right back. Okay, the reason I cut it there is because I don't want things to be shown that are secret for the show, because there's a lot of things in this files. So I just brought you here. And the file's name is zoo, exclamation mark. I don't know. I just needed a name for it. Also, if you're wondering where the new assets I made are, like loofahs and plugs, and why it's the old ones, I actually have a file called newer assets. Here are the newer assets, but we can just go back to zoo. Anyways, sorry about all the cuts. Basically, just grab Mappin, put Mappin in, then resize her, and, you know, just play around with it, I guess. Then in the frame before she's, if you could see right there, 972, she's near this side, so we're going to put her here. And I usually don't want to, like, cover her too much, and I don't want to make her too big or too small, so I usually cover only, like, the tip of her and keep the rest. And then usually I like tilting it a bit. Then we cover this up because I don't know, I just kept the asset like that. Anyways, now she's fully prepared. So I usually count how many movements they will have in a sentence, or however their line goes, or if it'll point to another contestant. It's very complicated. I could make a more complicated thing, but I would have to choose a complicated part of the episode, and I'm not really there. This is really easy. But anyways, also, by the way, this tutorial doesn't have any, like, FlipaClip Plus features. I do have FlipaClip Plus, but I'm not going to show you any of that. And also, if you're wondering how to get 4 layers, either get the premium version, or you can literally just press add layer and then watch an ad. So it's not that hard. Anyways, she says, how are we supposed to know that? How are you supposed to know that? Also, by the way, the music in the background is a Himizu Adventures. How are you supposed to know that? How are we supposed to know that? So that's about to, kind of like counting syllables, but just for fun. Syllables aren't really fun. Whatever. So how are you slid on that?
How are we supposed to know that?
The line before, let me think so I don't spoil it. Should be like offended, I guess. So basically with eyebrows, you just do like a line going down. So like, let me just show you right here. Happy would be like this, smiley face, you know. You just make a smile. Sometimes people do that, like for teeth. Like you can see that in a lot of Inanimate Insanity Season 2 bodies, but sometimes people just do that for the teeth. This is not the best example because it's Mappin and, you know, her limbs are all different colors. But you can add a little bump at the end, like, see how it goes off, or you could just cut it off and make it a semicircle. But basically, I usually add a little, I don't know what this is called, but that little line right there, then I fill in the rest, you know, just pretend that's all filled in. Then I color this white, not her, color her teeth white. Obviously, this looks horrible, and Mappin isn't even drawn like that. She's just drawn like this, but we're gonna pretend. And then you know, you could do a little like that, or like smile, or like tongue. You could do tongue like this, fill it in, like add a detail, like just a little bump. It doesn't really matter. Anyways, eyebrows would be like, this would be like surprised or excited, you know, like that, or like worried or like surprised. I don't know what that is. And then this could be like really shocked, I guess. And then this could be worried, scared, you know, sad, like terrified. This could be like thinking, confused, laughing, or like being outgoing. The flirting, I don't know. Like talking confidently. This could be like talking just a little annoyed. It could be like being cool. Being weird. Then this could be mad, evil, yelling, and just like peeved, sorta. So yeah, you could do, and then you could also do this, which is like looking over, like, you know, like, or like, it could also mean like looking at someone happily. So, you could also do this, which is basically the same as this. You could connect it. You can do this. I don't really do that anymore. I used to, but I kind of hate it as like a unibrow that's like really annoyed. You could do this instead of angry eyebrows, so it's like evil, or like, as opposed to, you know, sometimes it looks better, or they could do a little bump at the end, or they could just be happy, and that's like shy or confident. Then eyeballs, I usually make them a little elongated, female, or just feminine, do that. Male is usually like that, but it could be in between. Some characters don't even have eyes. But for example, if Mappin had eyes, this looked really cursed, I know. But you could add, please don't share this picture. No. You could do this to be like really excited. I just realized how much I'm ruining her. But no, this is just an example. This is not what she actually looks like. You know, like excited eyes. I don't really do this anymore either. Oh, like squinting. That's usually a in between frame. Worried. Oh, also with mouth, you could do like this, which is like, yeah. Anyways, what did she say?
How are we supposed to know that?
How are we supposed to know that? How are we? So it should be like, how are we supposed to know that? And then we can add a little. I do this sometimes. Anyways, how are we? So I basically just copy and paste the same frame, just in any direction, and then go.
How are we supposed to know that?
So how are we supposed to know that? Is how. So with closed consonants like an H or consonants like that, I usually do like this, like how, care, kite, let me think, dessert, giraffe, guinea pig, like basically just, letters that start with like g, or j, d, like, closed consonant letters, not really vowels, unless it's like a closing vowel, like E can close and be on this, but that doesn't really, I don't really animate that, plus that's more, if you have more frames, I'm doing 24 frames per second, basically, this is what it looks like, how, and then this can also be like S or T, or like, how C sometimes uses S, like, I don't have any examples, but it sometimes is used as S. So, like city instead of kitty or something. That's how you would actually pronounce it, but that would be a cat. So yeah, it could also be like that. Then,
How are we?
how, you would think how would be H-O, but I usually do this because you go ha, which is like the A sound. It's not so much on what the letters are, like how it wouldn't be like H as in this and then O as in like this and this, which I usually do. H would be how, so I usually follow how it sounds, not how it is spelled. Recently actually, so I don't even have to add anything, I don't think, right? Yeah, how, and then I would probably add this, either fill in or not, but I usually fill it in, and then it usually goes a little there. How, pretty smooth actually.
How are we?
How, and then how are, so let's reuse this one. We,
How are we supposed to know that?
how are we supposed to know? How are we? Also F is like this, or like this. You can do like, this to do F, or like, I don't know, it's really weird, but I usually just add little lines on the bottom. I don't know if that looks really good, but yeah, F or V, actually V. And then there's one more example. Oh, Q is kind of hard, like quaint, you go quaint, K, and then it forms into this, because it goes qu, and then just the rest ain't. So yeah, that's basically how you do most of the letters. Any questions, put them in the comments. Any questions about this entire thing, put them in the comments. So how are we supposed to get,
How are we supposed to know that?
how are we, this is going to be how are we, and then this is going to be supposed to know that. So we don't have to worry about that second one yet. So I usually press this bottom bar, see, this blue bar at the bottom, which you can change the color of. Just press it, and then you're here. Then you can copy and paste. So I want to see when she starts with the A. How? About here, right? So you copy and paste. There's two of them. Then this part gets complicated.
How are we?
I can see the A is already forming here, but I still want to add that, so I'm going to end it here. So, and then however, so however. Oh, also with L and like, I think it's just L. I don't know, there might be other letters, but you know when you go like ooh, ooh, and your tongue like touches the top of your mouth. I used to animate that to be the tongue touching the top of your mouth, and you still can do that if you want. Like, basically would look like this, and then teeth, and then tongue bends. But I don't even draw the tongue anymore, so there's no point in that. So when I do that, I usually just use this mouth. I know it's weird, but this could also be little, you know, your mouth's sort of closed. And it doesn't look horrible, so I use that. A lot of experimenting with this show, and shows in general. And then it goes like this. And then I'm happy when there's a lot of frames you can just dwindle on. So you go two of these, preferably more of the beginning frames, like two of these instead of two of these. And then you go
We supposed to know that. We.
And then copy and paste this one all the way to the end. And then just cut it off here because this could be the other one. So delete this, delete this. You always want extras because, you know, then you would, you know, that wouldn't work. Also, I'm making the mouse on the same frame. Making them a frame 4 is just stupid. The only person I do that with is Dryer. Oh, by the way, I've tried making a Dryer tutorial because Dryer is like a hard character to animate, and I'm getting really used to it, but I bet if people saw Dryer, they'd be like, how the heck do you animate that? And I learned in like episode 3 or 4, but the episodes before that, I had no idea. Especially episode 1, she just moved everywhere. But episode 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I don't know when the show ends. Probably like around 17. I kind of calculated it, but I don't know. Anyways, all the episodes still look better. So, comment below if you want me to do that, but don't expect me to actually do it because that's kind of hard. And it'll probably be in this episode too.
You're supposed to know that.
Supposed to know that. So, sorry. S, or, you know, S. And after a while, you get a hang of it, so it's fine. Also, onion skin sometimes helps. I know it doesn't really transfer because okay, never mind. Wait a minute. Colored onion skin. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's only a premium feature, but I don't really know what that does. Oh, that's really ugly. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, FlipaClip, I didn't mean that. What if I... Wait, okay, I'm getting too many ideas. Anyways, yeah, add features to your characters. Supposed... Just messing around with that. Supposed... Then the closed mouth, I know this is hard. Boom. That was wrong. Always redo it too, like if it droops too much, like this kind of droops too much, if it's not even enough, redo it. I would accept this, like, look, I would accept that, I wouldn't accept that, I would not accept that, no, make it a little longer, sure, yes, No. Yes. Yes. No. No. Like, I'm not a pro at this, so yeah, you just kind of develop it as you start animating more. So, if you are becoming an animator or you want to get like better or something, I don't know. Whoever watches this, probably no one. Then take that, and then
Supposed to know that.
I'm probably gonna stop at this line because there's too much. Post to know that. Post. Remember the O thing. Sub. And just edit here. Alright, pose. Also, I might not talk a lot because, like, I'm really focused. And then, saying to, like, supposed to know that would be T-O, so you would expect this, but she says supposed to know that. Like, no one really says supposed to know that. Supposed to know that. So, listen.
Supposed to know that.
To know that. So I would use this instead of to. You can use to if you want, but to I feel like it's better. Man, imagine you're watching this show and you have like a show that isn't lip synced. This isn't for you then. I don't know why I decided to make it lip synced. It makes it harder, but it makes it more fun. Also, feel free to like. I know artists say this a lot, but it's kind of an involuntary response to just flip the screen like this. Flip it upside down, even sometimes you have to do that. It's like, I'm not even joking. Sometimes you just don't even notice and like, oh, what am I doing?
No.
Okay. No. That. And just doing this. And then it just closes here. And I'll show you the line before.
No.
Listen.
Oh no, that's wrong. How are we supposed to know that?
Okay, so yeah, that's all. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you want more, like more tutorials about different things, like animation related, that is, I am not a pro at everything, then feel free to ask. That's all. Bye.